So for southbounders, the third section is going to be from the town of Kerikeri to the town of Paihia. This is a small section, only about 16.2 miles, but it's also a very important section because of once you get to the town of Paihia, you have a few options, which I'll get into later. So I did a long piece of film here for the Countdown. One, because Countdown is by far my favorite grocery store in New Zealand. You have a lot of options. Mostly you'll see Countdowns in New Worlds, but Countdowns usually have the hiker food that you're going to eat, more of that processed stuff for cheaper if you get a membership that is for free. The intricacies of the grocery stores in New Zealand compared to US and Canadian hiking, a lot of the same products, they're just named differently and have small kind of changes, different tastes. So you'll get used to it, but at first there may be a little bit of confusion that you have to handle when you're resupplying. So once you leave the town of Kerikeri, you start on the Riverwalk again, where you picked up from where you stopped the day prior. And along the Riverwalk, it is super well graded trail. As you can see, magpies just cruising along. Beautiful waterfall again, a little smaller than Rainbow Falls proper, but still some very, very scenic area through there. The trees are magnificent, the boardwalks are nice. There's a couple natural water sources that I point out here, but again, it's 16 miles. I would recommend carrying the water from Kerikeri to Paihia. And as you're going along, you might see a few birds. There's a very historic site here that is very, very pretty. We did not pop into there, but if you have some time, they have a little cafe right around that bridge area. And as you continue out, you go through more historic sites, as you can see with the poles and I don't want to call them totem poles, but I don't know a better word for it. So you continue along, and once you get through this garden area, you start the paved road miles on the way to the town of Paihia. The paved road, it only lasts for a few miles. I think we ended up walking it for a little over an hour, somewhere in that ballpark. Again, it's one of the main highways in the area. That's the highway right there. But the shoulder's small. Just stay very aware and you should be okay. So once you get off the paved highway, you get into this forest, which is mostly two-track step-in. It is an active logging area, so there's not too much traffic, but every so often there will be either a truck or somebody driving by, so just stay aware. Again, I think we saw maybe one or two trucks the entire time we walked through that logging area, so it's not very, very frequent, but just be aware when you're going through there. Very, very pretty. You got a lot of ups and downs. There's one of the logging trucks right there. You got a lot of ups and downs, kind of micro elevation changes, but you're gaining and losing that elevation along a two-track road that is built for cars. So it's very gradual, not too bad. So this, I got a weird piece of film with this, but this is the TA's opening monument. And I don't know what you guys think that looks like, but I would be interested to hear in the comments. I thought it looked a certain way, but anyway. So you continue on past that. If you want more of the significance of the TA opening monument, Google it. I'm not the authority on that information. So once you leave there, you have more road. This is very exposed road, so pack out maybe more water than you anticipate. And it can be hot if you got blue skies. If it's raining, not gonna be hot, but it can get hot and you will end up drinking a good amount of water. So be prepared with the water situation. So as you near Paihia, you go through this kind of golf course, a little bit of cattle land, and then you also end up passing this place where it's the treaty grounds for the entire country of New Zealand. Again, I'm not the authority on this information. If you want more information on that, please Google it, but it's the treaty grounds for the entire New Zealand. So you continue on down through Paihia, and you get through this kind of sprawl area through here. Beautiful, beautiful waves, beautiful beaches. If you want to break, hop on there. You're getting close enough. So you get into the town proper, and you got a few options to eat. It is more of a touristy town, so it is going to be a little bit pricier. I would recommend booking in advance. There are a lot of accommodations, but if you want the cheaper ones, I would recommend booking in advance. So we ended up staying at the Dolphin Motel, I believe, or Marlin Motel, and it was okay for two people. By far, recommend Pizza Shack as well. Pizza Shack is one of the best pizzas of the North Island. So this is going to be a long clip here. Again, I wanted to do a longer clip because I wanted to describe the three options you have from Paihia. So you can take a ferry to the town of Russell to connect your steps. You can take a ferry to Opau, or you can canoe to Wakari Landing. Those three options are kind of what you have to do. You have to get across a large body of water, so you get to pick and choose what the option is going to be, and you'll see our option in the upcoming video. So awesome section, get ready for some adventure.